Welcome back to Dragon Ball Z Anime Review at Part 5B. This I'm covering episodes 87 to 96. Yes, 10 episodes. Why? Because in episode 95, a big development happens in the series, which I'll get to that. Now, the main thing of this episodes are just basically Goku versus Frieza, the first fight between the two of them. And pretty much in the case of episodes 87 to about, I'd say, 94 is simply put round one of the fight. In a way. They fight for a good period of time. And of course, there's also two subplots going on here. So we have a B and C plot. The B plot is simply this. Bulma, this of course is filler stuff, just wanders about, just happens to come across a bunch of frogs, one of whom just happened to be Captain Ginyu. I'm not kidding about it. So makes friends with this frog, of course she doesn't know it's Captain Ginyu, gives him a universal translator, and the first thing he says is, change! So he takes up the body of a woman who's not a frickin' fighter. Yeah, this one, I think this woman's pretty thin. Bulma's a thin woman. But here's the thing, she doesn't work out at all. She's just remarkably thin. And she eats junk food. That's Bulma for you. How in the world is she being so thin? My guess, because all the working she does, working on various objects. That could be the reason for it, but honestly, I don't have any idea. Yeah, they never explained in the series. And at one point, Ginyu takes over her, and this lasts for about episode or two. Also, they actually have 3 subplots. I forgot there's another one here. Yep. And it's like, okay, cheering him on, like, oh, it's Captain Ginyu. And, well, Gohan notices right away. Gohan and Krillin, until they basically launch a frog, which they think is Bulma, and launch right back at Bulma. And Bulma changes back. And Bulma spends the rest of the time with the Captain Ginyu frog, and that's it for that. Second subplot. Chi-Chi trying to get the Namek. Yeah, it's a continuation of what happened before. It's like she just really wants to go so bad so she can rescue her boy, her son. Despite the fact he's 5 years old at this point. I mean, yes, Chi-Chi's a good mother, but she's way overprotective when it comes to her son. And, like, first she runs out, like, right away because she crashes. And then they try to take it again. And everyone's, like, all strapped in. Of course, Chi-Chi takes along Oolong, Puar, Master Roshi, and Yajirobe. Just cuz. And everything's hunky-dory, and then the ship tips over. Stuck on Earth. And by the time of the last series, basically Dr. Poop is still fixing the damn thing. Still not fixed yet. The third subplot is simply this. You have Tien, Chaozu, and Yamcha on Kikai's planet basically getting informed of the progress between Frieza and Goku. When all of a sudden they hear we see Bubbles and Gregory basically collapsing outside the house. Apparently they've been bopping the head. The reason for this? The deceased members of the Ginyu Force are here. Raccoon, Barter, Chase, and Guido. Yeah. First they use food, and of course the 3 of them fight the Ginyu Force, which they win. It takes a few episodes. At one point, they look like that Frieza lost, and it's like, okay, we need to beat these. Yeah, basically, the Ginyu Force for them is like so easy. So pretty much they defeat them, and of course they knock them off King Kai's planet, and they land straight in hell. And they try to go, of course, just Raccoon, Barter, and Chase. They keep hitting the top, and they're about to get further, and then Guido basically hits them, basically trap them all in hell. In case you're wondering, is this the last time we see the Ginyu Force? Well, in this series, with the exception of a cameo toward the end of the series, this is the last time we see the Ginyu Force. Well, the deceased members of them. Cap Ginyu himself, he saves a frog. As he turns back to the frog, he saves a frog for a long period of time. He pops up like once after this, and later on this point in Saga. But after that, he disappears for years, becomes a forgotten plot point, and all of a sudden until he returns in Golden Frieza. Yep. When he transforms with their body, and then eventually he's killed by Vegeta. Yeah. It's kind of like when they did the Golden Frieza saga. I think the reason why they probably got the Genyu in because he was a plot point that the series, by the time it ended, did not wrap up at all. Luckily, that was wrapped up in that saga, which made perfect sense as it happened. Yep, and go for a good period of time, and then Frieza basically ends up nearly winning at the various attacks, and so Goku basically uses the last resort. Uses the Spirit Bomb. The second time in the series he uses it. Excuse me. And this one's bigger than the last one. He's not drawing energy from the planet and, of course, people there. Of course, you all see cameos from the deceased Guru and Dende. Yeah, we see their corpses, which I'm like, that's interesting. Yeah, they make cameos in these episodes. It's like both these two are dead. Yeah, you see their bodies. Probably just reminding people that they're still there. It's good continuity for the comes to the series. And he basically goes humongous because bigger. Piccolo does not realize. He realized that Goku is doing something. But the thing is, Piccolo has never seen the Spirit Bomb before. Krillin and Gohan have. And Frieza, being an idiot, does not bother to lift his head up and say, "Oh." He does not notice what Goku's doing until he sees a reflection of water. He's like, "What the heck is that?" And according to Krillin, he says the King Kai taught Goku that particular move himself. Well, yeah. And after basically Piccolo provides a distraction, being a punching bag for Frieza, eventually Goku unleashes the Spirit Bomb on Frieza. It actually hurts him. And looks like it kills him. Everyone's like celebrating. And then Krillin notices like, oh my god, he's alive. And the first thing Frieza does, try to shoot for Goku with his finger beam, ends up wounding Piccolo, and then he uses his telepathy to pick up Krillin and cause him to explode. Yes, he blows up Krillin with his mind. And oh boy, this makes Goku angry. Angry enough to unleash a big progression in the actual anime. What progression is this? The first ever transformation into Super Saiyan. His hair changes color to yellow, and his eyes change to green. He gets so angry, he's like, Gohan, take Piccolo and find Bulma and get off the planet. He tells a couple times, so they do change the dialogue he said in the next episode, so he doesn't sound very spiteful. That's my guess why Funimation changed the dialogue, because mostly they keep dialogue mostly the same when they do the recaps of the previous episode. But in the case, and this is my personal, I think Sean Chen probably asked them, hey, can we change my dialogue a bit for the recap for the next episode? That's probably what happened, because the dialogue is not exactly the same. And eventually he goes, and of course, Goku goes freaking nuts on Frieza, who basically, after surviving he survives the Spirit Bomb. Despite the fact part of his tail is cut off again, his eye is damaged, and Goku proceeds to beat the living crap out of him. Nearly beats the man into a pulp. Goes away to the Krillin. And of course, Gohan flies back to find Bulma. We see Bulma briefly just talking to the Genyu Frog. And that's it. Yeah. Not much I'll say about these episodes, but they're really, really good. Definitely looking forward to discussing the last 11 episodes of this arc, because it gets really interesting and leads to another progression for Goku in the action series itself when he comes back in the Trunks Saga. Though he's absent for the Galactic Jr. Saga. Yep, I will discuss that soon, probably in part 6. Yeah, the next saga after this one is only 10 episodes. I'm not kidding about that, it seriously is. Okay, so that's it for this particular review. I have no other videos I'm going to do today. Unless, of course, somehow they upload a new episode of Black Clover, which I'll probably take a look at that, but otherwise I'll probably save it for tomorrow, okay? See you in the next video. Bye.